The first thing to know while attempting to checkmate your opponent with two bishops is that the main idea of this is to finally box your king to box your opponent's king to any one of the four corners, for example a1 or a8 or h1 or h8. So, and we do this by slowly cutting off the opposite king of squares, and it will be more clear to you after I show you how it's done. So we play bishop to d3, and let's say he goes king to e5, and then we play bishop to e3. So the cutting the spaces which I was telling you about is this. After bishop to e3, you know that the diagonal from a7 to g1 and the whole left side, that is from a1 to a7, and from that a7 to g1 diagonal, so that whole diagonal is virtually cut off, and that is the reason why now slowly the black's king is getting deprived of the squares. So he plays king to f6. Now we play bishop to d4 check. So he goes king to e6, and now we go bishop to e4. So now as you can see, we have cut off even more squares. So like half of the board, like more than half of the board is already cut off. So he goes king to d6, and always remember that while delivering the checkmate, all the three pieces, that is both your bishops and your king, must be together. So we start by bringing our king, so he doesn't have any else to do. He can just move around his king, but he can't come any closer, like he can't come to d5 or he can't come to e5. So he'll move pretty much to d6, e6 or back, so it doesn't matter. We just slowly bring our king up, and after he goes king here, now we play bishop to e5. So that was our main point. Now we are supporting the bishop with our king, and now we will just do that same thing again. It's just that now the king is supporting our bishop, so the opposite king will not be able to capture it. So now we play bishop to d5 check. He goes king to e7, and now we go king to e4. Yeah, so we could have gone king here, but it's better to bring our king to c5, so that's why we play over there. So king d7, king d4, king e7, king c5, king d7. Now we again play bishop to d6. So you're getting the idea, right? And here we are playing bishop to c6, and now virtually cutting off the e8 square, and so now the black king has only one square to, that is bishop to this king to c8. And now the important move, so we play king to b6. Now his king can go to d8 only. So now is the important move. Now if you go something like bishop here and try to do something, this king can escape via king e7 or something like that. So this is the crucial move, and the crucial move is that we have to remember at the start of the video I told you that we have to bring the king, like we have to box the opposite king to any one of the four corners. So in this case we are doing it on a8 square. So for that we shouldn't allow his king to go to e8 or e7, and we should really force him to go to king c8, b8, etc. And we do it by playing bishop to c5. So it's a very nice move, and the main idea, and of course I must tell you that in this position you can even play bishop to b4 or bishop to a3, like they'll do the same job. It's just that or even bishop to f8 will do the same job. The thing is that put your bishop on this diagonal, so you can put it anywhere. Let's say bishop to c5, now king to c8 only move, and this was the idea. Again bishop to e7, and this cuts off the opposite king of the d8 square, and this is how we are. Now it's his move, so he goes king to b8, now bishop to d7, and now we have cut off the c8 square. So now as I told you, we are now really starting to box him in the a8 square. So he goes king to a8, And now it is important not to play bishop to d6 because it's a stalemate, and we have to play more sensibly and go bishop to f5. So this is a waiting move, and the idea is that now his only move is to play king to b8, after which we'll go bishop to d6 check. And remember, now he can't go to c8 because of the bishop on f5. He has to go king to a8, and now the final checkmate, bishop to e4 checkmate. So it's a very nice way to win, and I hope you like it. The main idea which I am again emphasizing on is that bring all your pieces together, both the bishops and the king, and you just need to slowly cut off cut off the opposite king of these spaces, and slowly it will become very easy to box him in. Just remember that we have to play that the bishop to c5 move, and then going bishop to e7 back, and then afterwards that bishop to f5 maneuver, that waiting move, which here when we played bishop to f5, this waiting move is also very important. And we don't play bishop to d6 check because this is a stalemate, so we don't play this, we play bishop to f5. So just remember these things and just practice a little bit, and I'm sure you will get very good at this. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to end this video here, so be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on the notifications. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. Now instead of going to king to e4 that we did, we can also play king to f5, which also works. And yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, that after he goes king to d7, and yeah, so then the important move here is to play bishop to f4. Yeah, so again the thing is that the king is cut off, so he can't go to d6 or he can't go to c7 because of the bishop on f4. So he has to go king to e7, and then we just play bishop to e6. And yeah, so it's just that we do pretty much the same thing. And after he goes king to d8, now we can just give a check on g5. Can we? No, of course not. We cannot give a check on g5, so you have to be very careful. I was just telling you, the point is, if you go bishop to g5 check, he can escape. So what you should do in this position is to go bishop to d6, and now you are cutting him off the e7 square, the c7 square, and you are pretty much forcing him to play king to e8. Then we play king to f6. Now it's pretty much the same thing as we did when we went king to e4, and after king to d8. So as you know, the main concept, we just have to go bishop to e5, as you already know. He goes king to e8, he doesn't have anything else to do. Then we go bishop to c7, he goes king to f8, then we go bishop to d7, cutting him off the e8 square. He goes king to g8, and after that we can actually first go king to g6, because if we go bishop to d6 now, he can just escape with king to h7. So it would be better if we just play king to g6 over here. And if he again goes king to f8, then we can just play bishop to d6 check, forcing him to go king to g8, and then we go bishop to e6 check, king h8, and bishop to e5 check and mate. So after we play king to g6, he can also play king to h8, and here always remember bishop to e6 is a stalemate. So first we go bishop to d6, forcing him to come back to g8, and then we do the exact same thing with bishop to e6 check, king to h8, and then bishop to e5 checkmate. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and also that you have now understood how to checkmate your opponent with 2 bishops. Believe me, it's pretty easy. Just remember the basics, that get all your pieces together and slowly cut off your opponent with the pieces, with the squares, and he'll slowly uh, push him to any one of the 4 corners. And then just remember to first go like bishop back, then again, which we did earlier in that when we went bishop to e7, and in this case when we went bishop to e5, and then we went bishop to c7 again, and then we did a waiting move over there. Here when we didn't go bishop to e6 because this is a stalemate, and we went bishop to d6. It was a kind of waiting move, and after he went to king g6, then we did bishop to e6, king h8, and bishop to e5 checkmate. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the notifications, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.